Um, I read somewhere, does this moment coincide with you deciding, well, you decided to stop writing really bad Oasis
No.
sounding things, and well, you thought maybe I would like to be happy and not turn out to be some Kurt Cobain kind of guy?
No, that happened when I was younger, I think.
Younger, okay.
Yeah. I always like the idea of trying to make joyous music.
Why?
Because I think it's a lot harder. I think, you know, pain and unhappiness it's quite, you know, it's like that, actors say the same, it's always easy to be the aggressive actor in a play, or the kind of pained actor, than it is to be the, you know, the kind of, it's hard to be the smiley guy in a play, you know, or I feel that with music as well, like, I think very few people do it well, and I don't know if I do it well at all, but I you know, for me, people like Sam Cooke and, you know, Stevie Wonder, you know, they do joy so wonderfully, and when it's done well, there's nothing better.
Do you know when you do it well? Do you know what sort of mood you have to be in?
Not really, no. No. I mean, I don't know how well I can do it anymore. Like, a lot of the songs I wrote when I was younger, so, and at that point I was in a different mind frame to I am now. So I'm going to change as well, like I don't expect to stay the same. And I'm not always completely happy, but I want to be, like, even in songs which aren't, you know, so-called kind of uplifting and happy, I want them to have some kind of joy to them, or some kind of, I don't know. Because I think, see, when I'm in joy, I think kind of like, I think Jeff Buckley's joyous. Like, I think his music's incredibly uplifting, because it's a lot about how truthful the person is. I think he's incredibly truthful, so I mean, it's probably a contradiction, but I that's how I feel. Like,
it just depends on what your definition of joy is.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I don't really have a definition, I suppose. So, but I know when I feel it. And
do you feel it in the music then? Because I think your music is joyful, but your lyrics can sometimes contradict.
I mean, I think the music is, I always want the music to, and the tunes are always like the way the notes are moving. I always want it to be, you know, on this album I really wanted it to be very joyous, but yeah, lyrically, a lot of the time it isn't. It's the opposite, which I like doing, because it gives you a hope. It's kind of unsettling in a way.
I would like to read out 2 lines from 2 songs.
Oh God.
Maybe you can comment on them. I think one is, well, the subject that we spoke about already.
Yeah.
Learning Lines.
Yeah.
The song. People around seem to have their heads screwed on. The dreaming's become my life. I'm finding it hard to move on.
Yeah.
Was it written during your study?
Yeah. So
I think that says it all.
Yeah, I basically spent like 95% of my time in a dorm room. I've been bitten everywhere. In a dorm room at university, and just played guitar really, like non-stop, and made my own little kind of world in this tiny room. It was like half the size of this, and I never left really. And I suppose I felt completely I didn't feel part of university, even though I was in it. And everyone else was kind of like, you know, I'm off to a lecture. And I was like, I couldn't, doing that type of thing kind of drove me a bit mad. I was so focused on this music thing. And I did it for a year, so it was kind of like, I did long enough and I felt like I was going mad, because everyone around was so kind of focused and knew what they were doing. But I knew what I wanted to do, but wasn't doing it, you know, properly. I was in my bedroom, which is not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be, you know, here.
Doing interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.